Hello, it's me, and I'm here in beautiful, sludgy Moscow, Idaho at U of I. Not doing a true crime or anything, just out on a walk, Christmas Eve. Wanted to feel dangerous, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and make a cheesecake and stuff. If you want to join me for that. While I'm out, maybe I'll show a few landmarks, like the dinosaur at the gas station. Howard Hughes, a name I don't usually associate with appliances, and the liquor store that's closing in a few minutes at 6 o'clock and won't be open on Christmas. I'm not from here, so it's weird. Had a pedestrian pass me for the first time in forever, and he was like so weirded out. I don't know, is it weirder to shout out like, oh, I'm doing a tour for my friends and family who don't live here? Because why not? I bought bullet bourbon and Bacardi rum so I can make more back glasses. So that's fun. This is a really big rocking chair. The rocking chair is pretty cool. Tempted to sit in it, but don't want to get my butt wet. Downtown has pretty lights during winter, and I'm right next to my favorite restaurant, Mad Greek, and my favorite coffee shop, Cafe Artista. And adjacent to the coffee shop is my favorite place in town, Feronia. God, she always leaves her open sign on, but this is a good buds shop. Actually, we're not that close, but she's a friend of a friend, and I bought her car, and I've started to consign with her, so we really have a great time over that. Just, you know, social stuff is hard lately. But yeah, if you're ever here, please check it out. She's so cool. She curates great stuff. This is one of the cooler of the many churches I walk past. Note the inclusive pride flag. And the cool windows. And this awesome round tower on the side. Yeah. I pass a lot of churches. And you can't really see it, but this is the absolute best part of my town. The park. I love this park so much. I don't do much in there in winter. Also, going outside at night is sketchy lately, but it's so nice. It's my favorite place in spring and summer. I mean, spring barely exists, fall barely exists, so like summer. It's just summer and winter. 6 months of winter, 6 months of summer. That's fine. I'm not weird about being here at all, but yeah. Anyway, also I totally do like an architecture tour of the older neighborhoods up on the hill, because they're amazing, but I feel creepy because I'm not an architect. So it's not like I'm doing any kind of commentary. I'm just like, look, a cool house that's owned by someone. Also, it's dark. And I am consuming a tiny cute bottle of Crown Royal because I'm a bad kid. No, I never go to the liquor store because it makes me feel weird. The employees are always so unhappy. Like, there's one guy that I've met who works at one a lot closer to my ex's place, who's like excited and loves to make recommendations and is generally a cool guy, but everyone else I've ever encountered working at one of those places is just angry and miserable seeming, which, I mean, I don't blame them on Christmas Eve, so but yeah, when I make it there, I usually go hunting for interesting bottles more than I go to restock my imaginary liquor cabinet. So, you know, went in for some whiskey to make a particular thing and came out with a tiny novelty bottle and also bat bottle to make more bat glasses. Here's just another view of the park in all of its glory. So nice. So much nicer when it's sunnier, but like I'm in the middle of the town and I look across and it's like, ooh, is this like a little mini forest? Like, I don't feel like I'm in the middle of a city. Also, I'm burping. Apple burps. Yay! And I got the one Christmas present I was expecting to receive. I already put it away because, like, you know, it's nothing flashy. It means a lot. I got 4 COVID tests from the government. Woo! Which, you know, apartment life. I don't know if they figured out how to send them out to apartments without assuming everyone in a building is in the same family, or if I just beat my neighbors to it this time. But this is the first time I've had just free test kits on hand. Also, just check out this dumb nurse pinup I did a million years ago. I love it. I'm secretly a naughty nurse, don't tell anyone. But yeah. Yay, Christmas presents. So I'm gonna keep this one short because of the storage space remaining on my phone and being worried about not being able to tack it all together and post it. But I might make another one later tonight, in which I'll tell you how this cheesecake turns out. But real quick, I am proud of this crust. It's pretty regular. I increased the quantities a little bit because this pan tends to make the crust really thin, and I like a good mix of crust with my cheesecake. But just a little background, like obviously I'm witchy, but Christmas Eve is super special to me. Also, Missy's being bad, but also checking out the alcohol purchases. Also, everything's a mess because I was planning to make royal icing and I didn't. And lady, you are not invited to this counter party. Sheesh. She's a counter-revolutionary or something. What the hell? Sorry for my gross floor, but it's always gross because it's old renter's linoleum that hasn't been replaced in goodness knows how long. So it doesn't matter if I sweep or mop, it's gross. But so the twist this year, because I don't F around with a recipe very often, because this is something that we made at my parents' house for as long as I could remember. And it's special because Christmas Eve was like kind of the most fun family gathering that we would do. Like Easter, when I was really little, we would go to the boardwalk, but I was afraid of rides, so I only really got into the boardwalk as a teenager. So it was just kind of like a day to wonder why my cousins got all sorts of chocolate in their Easter baskets, and also like listen to my aunt at the time basically like fish my uncle to make him say conservative things because our family were too hippie or something. And that's a whole other thing. But so this year, because I made gingerbread, which maybe in my second bit I'll show the cookies that I made, which aren't iced yet, because honestly, like I was planning to send some of them as gifts with my tattoo potpourri, but like shit got away from me this year, like it does. Also, like, there's a lot of people I'd like to send stuff to, and just picking and choosing and deciding where to put my effort is kind of hard sometimes. But so instead of making like stressed out over glutenized rollout cookies with the like dough that's been rolled 50 times or whatever, I divided my gingerbread recipe into 2 discs, and once I had rolled each disc out 2 times, I just baked the scraps. And so I decided to make a gingerbread and graham cracker crust. Usually we just go with graham crackers. So I'm interested to see how this turns out. It's a lemony cheesecake, but like lemon and ginger are a good combo. So more updates on that later. As you may have surmised from my other videos, I don't trust my oven. It seems to run really, really hot, and I haven't gotten a good, reliable oven thermometer yet to figure out just what the difference is that we're working with. But I usually have to turn things down by increments of 25 and check on them a lot. And I like this recipe slightly underbaked, so hopefully I don't mess it up. But yeah. So that was a brief walking tour of Moscow and cheesecake thoughts and my cat and some booze. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas Eve. And cheers.